Hello everyone, today we're going to go over how to copy or backup data to Seagate Lyve Cloud Object Storage using GS RichCopy 360 Enterprise. Once you have your account created with Seagate, you create your bucket and then get your access key and secret key and identify your S3 endpoint. Then download and install GS RichCopy 360 on the machine where you want to copy from. Then click on the Jobs tab. Right-click anywhere to create a job. So you can click here, create a job, skip the wizard, give the job a name, copy to Seagate Lyve, and then source, which is where you want to copy from. In this case, we're going to be going with the default, which is local disk or network. Otherwise, if you wanted to copy from perhaps another cloud provider, you can click the drop down and select the cloud provider you want to copy from. And then for the source, you specify where you want to copy to, where you want to copy from. You can either paste it or you can browse it or type it in. So we're going to go ahead and browse it. It's going to be a C drive. It's just a small folder for demonstration purposes. It's called random. Click OK. I'm going to check the box that says copy as root folder. This way it creates the parent folder on the destination as well and copies the rest of the data below it. If you don't check that box, it's just going to skip creating the parent folder and just copy the files below it. Copy files instantly, and then when we go to the destination, which is where we want to copy to, click on the drop down. Seagate Lyve Cloud Storage happens to be an S3 compatible storage, so we're going to select that. Now before we browse, we want to specify the credentials. So in this case, you would click on the add sign or the plus sign. You would give it a label, so Seagate Lyve, and then you specify your S3 access key, secret key, and your S3 endpoint, and you would specify whether it's using signature 4 or a virtual host or pass style. To save you time, I've already created the account, so I'm just going to go here. I'm going to select Seagate Lyve. If you look at it, this is what we have. This is what we have been provided as our secret key, access key, endpoint, signature v4, pass style. If you click test, it comes successfully. Basically, just check the credentials to make sure it's okay with against the S3 endpoint. Click save. Now that we have it selected here, we will click the browse button. It shows us the buckets that we have access to. It is empty currently, so we're just going to go ahead and check the box we want to copy here. Otherwise, if it had other content below it, then you just check the box you want to copy to. Click OK. Then you set your options. Do note that we do have an option here to start at a specific time, and we can repeat the job at specific, like daily, hourly, every weekday, monthly, yearly, however way you wish. You can repeat the job throughout the day every 30 minutes and so forth. Now also you can check the box to say run the job as a service, which means the software does not have to be open, nor you have to be logged in. It can just run in the background if you couple it with a scheduler. Basically, it will, if the machine is on, it will just go ahead and use that schedule. We're going to be using 4 threads. You could increase your threads or drop it as you wish. When it comes to cloud, we prefer that you try to go with lower threads, like 4, 6, 8 max, but I wouldn't go anything more unless your cloud provider supports that. Otherwise, they could throttle you. So now that we've created the job, you can click Save. Now we have a job here called Seagate Copy Seagate Lyve. To start the job, you can right-click and say Start. Now it shows as queued, and it should start momentarily. If we click on where it says queued, you will see the job as soon as it starts. This is going to give you a visibility into what's happening on the job itself. It discovered 13 files and then started the copying process. The machine is connected at a lower speed. It's going across the internet. It's getting about 8 megabytes per second. That's, if you want to calculate it in megabits, that would be 8 times 8, because to switch from megabytes to megabits, it would be times 8. So about 64 megabits per second. This is kind of a slower machine, but it's got a slower internet connection, and that's going across different regions. You will see it fluctuate, obviously, just because it's internet. These are different threads that are running, which is basically how many files copying simultaneously. Now the job has been completed. It says successful. It took about 56 seconds to copy 325 megabytes. Obviously, your connection can be better, and it can be better throughput, depending on what your connection is. Now we click on close. It shows here green as in successful. When it says successful or green, that means we did not encounter any problems copying files. If we did encounter at least an error with one file, then this would turn red, and that as an easy way to indicate there was a problem with this job. If you click on the log file here, where it says errors, that all our errors would be listed here, like these are the different files we couldn't copy, and sometimes would indicate what exactly caused the error, like if the file was locked or if it didn't have permissions and so forth. If you wanted to copy from Seagate Lyve, just double click here. Instead of basically selecting S3 compatible storage in the destination, we would do the same thing, but in the source, so we would go S3 compatible storage. We click on the drop down, Seagate Lyve, and then you can browse using those credentials. If you notice, we did not respecify the credentials because they're saved in the credentials library. So this is the folder that we just copied, so you could select it and then proceed forward and copy to another location. If you wanted to copy it to on-prem, you would select local and you specify your local drive that you want to copy it to. Hopefully this was informative for you, and reach out to support@gurusquad.com if you have any questions or if you need some guidance. Thank you once again for watching.